So, good morning, good afternoon, and or evening to everyone everywhere. My name is Tanetta Marie, and that is my motivational life coaching name, my business name. But on the real, this channel, I am Tanetta Smith. So, this is me raw, uncut, unflowered. It's like no makeup. I just woke up. No jewelry, no nothing. I'm in my exercise clothes, and I'm really not showing all of my weight on purpose because I'm getting ready to take this journey. This isn't a weight video. This isn't how you can change your life, but I'm a life coach, and let me be honest, psychologists, life coaches, gurus, they got their own issues and their own problems. A lot of people aren't transparent. With me, I'm very transparent. Everyone falls from grace. Everyone has their struggles or obstacles. I'm just good at getting other people out of theirs better than mine's. I understand people. I understand relationships. I understand some of the dynamics of life, and that's just kind of the wisdom that God blessed me with. People like talking to me, and I like listening, and I like talking more than anything. So it's my passion. I like teaching and talking. So that's who I am. So I just wanted to give you an introduction of who I was and what's going to be happening on this journey. I don't know how long this journey is going to be. I want it to be 60 to 90 days, but who knows? Life can be inconsistent, and so that is the goal of this. The goal is to find consistency in my life, to change my life, to be the life coach that I am to others, to myself, to find those mentors and people that I look up to say change is good. And I just like to take some of you on this journey with me. Share it if you want, don't. Most importantly, it was important for me to share with my family, my children, and myself. Something for me to kind of look back on and reflect where I've been and where I'm going and who I'll become. So this journey right here is really about life changing. I'm getting all emotional right now. Looking over my life, I've had some ups, some downs, some valleys, some hills. Most importantly, I'm a Christian. I was raised as a Christian since I was little, in and out, not really a lot of church service when I was younger. I remember my mom telling me stories about prophetic people that she met along the way that said, this child is different, keep her in church. I loved the Lord as a child, even not really knowing a whole lot about the Lord. I just loved Jesus and wanted to be like Jesus, and loved the story of Job, and found that I identified lots of ways with Job and Joseph, and admired Esther. So nevertheless, I've not always lived my life that way. I'm very frank about things. I'm very honest. I'm very direct. And so if you find something offensive that I say about myself, I get it, I understand, and I respect it. But anyway, just gonna take you on this journey, and in this journey I plan on changing my life, mind, body, spirit. And my mind, I have to change some things about my own outlook. I'm really good at telling people how they should see themselves. It's not always how I see myself in the mirror. So I need to afflict on me the same infectious motivation and inspiration that I give other people, and see me in a different light and understand who God has made me to be. And flaws and all, I'm still phenomenal, and that's what makes me extraordinary, of having those flaws and being able to triumph and overcome those things and embracing some as that they just are what they are. For instance, my face isn't asymmetrical. Somebody might say that's a flaw. So I've got a shorter chin on one side and a longer on the other. One ear is different. But at the end of the day, it's what makes my smile my smile. It's what makes my face my face. And it's what makes me uniquely me. So, an example of a physical flaw. So, the other part of this, body. Well, I have 4 children. I am blessed. I've been told that, I look great. I'm very, very curvy. Very curvy, very proportioned in ways that are like sometimes appealing to the eye, catching a lot of attention, some unwarranted attention, like unwanted, but yet it is me. I used to cover up a lot. I was raped when I was young. I've been raped multiple times throughout a span, and I used to cover up, wear sweatshirts around, wear baggy clothes. I have an extra layer of fat under my arm. We call it the extra boob. Doctors say it's just fatting tissue. Some of you may identify with that. I get that from my mother's side. Sorry, Mom. And so at the end of the day, I'm not going to go have surgery. It is who I am. And so part of my body, I want change, but I'm not going to change like those extra little, quirks of mine, the curviness of who I am. I'm not going to go have surgery. I'm just strictly just saying I could reduce it and live a lot healthier. I could be stronger and get some of this fat off. So I do have fibromyalgia. My body does break down a lot. There are times when I'm doing really well and everything is good and it's toning up, and then my body has said, yeah, well, that's more than I can handle, and I may be down for a day, a week, 2 weeks at the longest. My body shuts down. I do have convulsions, things that really, some health issues that kind of make me go, it's not that I'm disabled, it's just that I have things that disable me, and I have to listen to my body. So we're gonna hit some of those barriers along the way. Those are excuses. Trust me, anybody that knows me know that I do what I do because I like what I do, even when doctors say you probably shouldn't do that. I'm also dealing with double trauma with head concussion, 2 back to back, and so sometimes I forget some stuff. I might ramble and go, dang, where was I going with that? Bear with me. This is all about the change. And I'll hit on that trauma in a little bit. So I'm going to lose some weight. I'm not going to go back too far. I'll probably stick in a before and after somewhere along the line. But this is me. And yeah. So physical changes. Other physical changes are, this is my house. It's a little messy. Okay. So I can be messy, but not necessarily dirty. Okay. So spiritually, I understand that, we get depressed, we get down, things happen, our life, the way we've been raised in our houses, whatever, but this is lazy, and this is me just kind of going through some depression and dealing with life and not really knowing. I'm also a discreet hoarder, wanting to have everything for everybody at the right time because wanting to be everybody's every woman. I've dealt with that since I was young, so I'm learning to throw things away and not hold on to everything from everybody else too. Mom, could you store this for me? Sister, can you keep my stuff? Just I had a piece of everybody at my house, and well, I'm a little tired of that too. I can't tell their hoardness in me from my hoardness in myself. So those are some of the changes that I'm looking forward to. And I will take you on that journey as I clean, as we find new things, as things I might pull out and you go, whoa, and I might do it too and be totally embarrassed. But I'm going to expose me the way that I am to live the life that I desire and watch the change and watch y'all grow with me. Some of the other things, a spirit life. So my spirit woman is drained. She ain't who she used to be. I've lived life up and down, wavy, and have found no more fulfillment in my life other than when my relationship with God is on point. When I know that I know that I know His voice. When the sweet whispers are loud and I know that He's reprimanding me. When He tells me to go left and I live that. And I miss that. When my prayer life is so fulfilled that praying for others is undoubtedly, without a doubt, that's the only choice to do. When being a spiritual advisor to the men and women of God, some of the leaders, it fulfilled my heart to know that I was being used as the vessel that God wanted me to be used in. And so sometimes I know people hear me say, you'll walk the path of life and get somewhere and go, wait, how did I get here? How did I spiral out of control? And if you know me, most people who know me very well know that I'm wild and I'm fun, but I'm discreet and I'm somewhat quiet. So I don't share a lot of things, and which is weird because I like to live like a double life. So people who know me closely know that I'll get wild and, might twerk for the family because it's my family, we're having fun. Might say some unfiltered things because, well, why you wear that? And so, or might say some unfiltered things to go, that's witchcraft. I know you practicing witchcraft. That's, you're a witch. Like, I don't care how you like it or not. You my family, I love you. That's what you're doing. That stuff right there that's what it is. Or, my kids know me to be blatant to say something like, oh yeah, well, I'm not living that life anymore. And mommy's fornicating. And they're like, what the crap? Like, she's so blatant. Yeah, that's just who I am with the people who are kind of close to me. So learning to, and let me tell you a little bit about that. We as a people, we're never happy with anything. So I know probably some pastors out there are going, what did she just say? I'm as real can be. So real that my bishop even goes, daughter, you can't say that, or we can't be too practical. He's a little older and more conservative, and I get that. I've been trained by the women in my family to be ladylike, to keep reservations, don't tell your dirt, always act like a lady. I can be a lady, well-mannered, trust me. But at the end of the day, I'm not hiding too much dirt because, well, what's in the dark usually comes out in the light, for one. And for two, all them family secrets that I learned later in life could have helped me a whole lot had I known them ahead of time. I could have learned about some family curses that I'm now praying over my children, praying like, Lord, help me break this curse. That if my mother would have known, maybe things would have been different. So my spiritual walk, I want to change some things about that. I am encouraged by My bishop is Bishop Joseph Cooney, and First Lady Kevin Marie Cooney of Holy Ghost Deliverance in San Diego, California. We are a small, quaint church, and we are dealing with the pandemic as best as we can. We are Zooming and limiting our congregational fellowships. We are practicing social distancing and wearing masks. And I think between me and Pastor Deering, let me give him some props, and his Lady Deering, I think between me and Elder Lady Deering, we spray. We bring sanitizer everywhere. We probably overkill, but as long as we overkill and the virus, we good. But nevertheless, so that's where I'm from. My spiritual inspirations are definitely local. Lady Joyce Moore. She inspires me like no other, even if she doesn't know it. From Voices of Victory under Bishop Willie Moore. I am impressed with Apostle Jones and First Lady. Oh, she's gonna kill me for not remembering her first name because I'm always like, First Lady. Okay, so those are my local inspirations. I have a few others, but those are the people that I watch, especially during quarantine. Making sure that I'm inspired by the words that they say, or sending out little messages. They follow me on Facebook, they reach out, they pray for me, and I am utterly just touched. Thank you. Pastor Carolyn, yay, she's a new pastor, and Pastor Graham, Pastor Cheryl Graham. Others that I look at nationwide over the YouTube, please let me give some shout outs, because if you hear some things that are redundant or you say, man, that sounds familiar, I do take note of Pastor Keon Henderson of the Lighthouse Church in Texas, and his First Lady, Lady Felicia, giving props to her, and Pastor Michael Todd of, dang, that's bad. I am really bad with my memory and should have written it all down. Transformation. So yeah, I probably said it wrong, but Pastor Michael Todd and his First Lady, Lady Natalie, that's what it is. Very impressed with Pastor Jerry Flowers and Tanisha Flowers, as they set out as a ministry that is near and dear to my heart. Redefine TV, where they're helping you redefine who you are and establishing who you are in Christ, and knowing that you know who God has made you to be, and how that intertwines relationship wise. And then Pastor Touré Roberts with First Lady Sarah Jakes Roberts, from, it's not just one LA anymore. That's where I knew them from. I would drive up from San Diego to Los Angeles. That is my daughter's church. So shout out to Tandrea for being faithful in her walk at the One Church LA, but it is now the Potter's House One LA, and then I think it's One Denver. I think that's how that is. So not that I don't love y'all Denver, it's just I live in LA. So that's out, giving out my shout outs. And so just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that if I said something that's redundant and you say, man, did I hear that? I probably got it from somewhere, which means that they're feeding me and planting seeds, and that's a good thing, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to go out and make disciples, and if I'm hearing it, regurgitating it, and trying not to make it, as Pastor Jerry would say, not a Google sermon. Okay, well, I don't want to give you Pinterest or Google, but I am who I am. There's a lot of things that resonate with me that you'll hear me repeat, because if I was already thinking it and believing it and praying about it, or saying, man, they was in my head, they was in my spirit, they was in my soul. I'm definitely going to regurgitate that. So those are my disclaimers. So please take this walk with me. I'm going to be so parent. So right now in my life, you need to know I've gone through some things that my life is very dysfunctional. Has always been my whole life. I have always dealt with abuse in some kind of capacity, and the Lord has built me to be resilient like no other. I started motivational speaking and started life coaching, well, originally, or being an inspired speaker, because I would share my stories and people would just say, wow, you know, you inspired me. You inspired me to change. And as one of the pastors, great pastor, may she rest in peace, Tony Young, San Diego, California, God's Helping Hand, said to me, she said, baby, you need to write your life story. I believe that I was 14, 15 when she told me that. I started writing. The book came up missing. So I've been writing books that never get done. So maybe that will be part of it as well. But people have always been encouraged. And she told me, always share your testimony. Along the way, I have, sometimes forgetting what she's told me, but nevertheless, it is what it is, and this is the life that I see that God has paved out for me. Sharing, helping people overcome those obstacles that only miracles, only God can get you through, those things that are impossible, from not being able to have children to I have 4 beautiful children, to being electrocuted multiple times as a child, to I'm still living, being electrocuted in a body of water, to having guns pulled out on me and having a stalker write my name on a bullet and raping me with the gun, a loaded gun. I've been through some stuff, and you know, I smile because I have an anxious laugh, an anxious smile when I'm going through things. It's how I've always coped with it. So sometimes my smiles are all about me being victorious, and sometimes my smiles are, it ain't easy telling your story out there. It's not funny, it's not less compassion, it's just how I deal with it. And as my therapist would say, work on that. So I too am a therapist. A little background about that is that because I've been through hell and high water, I've been through the most abusive relationships, and have overcame and regressed and overcame and regressed, and I am now in a time where I'm 49 years old. You should know this. And my spirit is young. I'm vibrant. I love life. I love people. I can't find too many flaws about people, even flawed people. I pray over them, believe in second chance after second chance. I'm getting wiser of how to handle those things, but I believe that everybody deserves to be loved, even if you're being persecuted over something that, well, frankly, you did it, and so you have to deal with the consequences of that. But there's still no lack of love, no lack of understanding what's going on. And I've loved the best narcissist ever, and I know what it feels like to have traits of narcissism. So there's a lot of confessions I'm going to confess. There's a lot of things I'm still learning in my counseling walk. I have gone to school for divinity, you know, for biblical counseling. I I did drop out, let me be honest, but I was doing 2 master programs at the same time. I have attended San Diego State University, where I've acquired a bachelor's in psychology. Things are popping up. Psychology, and I then went on and acquired a master's in rehabilitation counseling, which means I know all about the ADA, Americans Disability Act, those people with disabilities that need to live fulfilled lives and not be treated as a person who, you're a disabled person, but you're a person that has maybe some obstacles, maybe some limitations, maybe a person with a disability, but maybe they're not disabled at all. Maybe they're just able-bodied individuals, just different from you and me. The fact that somebody with no sight has better hearing than I do, because they keen on it better than I do, that's phenomenal. So I would call it people that have disabilities phenomenal individuals. And so please let me be politically correct. I might say some things, whether it be the LGBTQ A through Z community, or it's just my little inside joke, some of us know, or but really the LGBTQ community, to those persons with disabilities, that sometimes people might say, oh, that's not correct. But at the end of the day, let me tell you this. People got their preference of whatever they do, and you can't please everybody. So I'm going to be as respectful and graceful as I possibly can, but I'm going to share my truths and what I feel about it, my opinions about it. And so so let me just say that out the front. There's no disrespect to anybody, but there's nothing that irritates me more. Just for an example, somebody who says, oh, you know, he's dressed like a she, so I think I offended them by not saying she, and you know, I didn't use the correct pronoun. And let me tell you, I have friends that they may dress like a he, but they want to be addressed as she. So the political correct thing doesn't work for me, because my demeanor is, it's whatever preference that somebody else says. Now, my spiritual plunge in that is something totally different, but I'm just giving you the real. So if I say something that offends you, I apologize. It's not meant to offend you, but I'm going to be as socially correct as I possibly can for the benefit of me, not you, because you might not like it that way, but this person likes it another way. Okay, that was just my example. Don't y'all go in on me talking about some stuff. I already hear it, but nevertheless, it was an example. That's it. Take it as an example. I had a phone call coming in. My sister is wearing my phone out. I'm going to take that. So let me finish up. So that's a little bit about me. I do have some associate degrees in business, entrepreneurship, and liberal arts. And I have some phenomenal kids that are pleasing me well. I will get into that at some point. My son Malachi, shout out to you, baby, and Tandrea and Tanetta, who just made me grandma, but I don't really do the grandma thing, and I'm not a grandma, but I'm Gigi Ma. Well, I'm just Gigi to that one. And now I got some step grandbabies, so I'm Gigi Ma. And but anyway, so giving them shout outs, and John J Boogie in the house. One of my #1 fans, my biggest supporter. Adore him. Got some other kids that may not be biologically mine, but they mine. So I love them to death. I am Mama Netta. So just Ebony, Selena, love you to pieces. Them is my babies. Them was my first babies. well. Them is my first relationship babies. And I got some nieces and nephews. Y'all all know who y'all are. I've raised them. I've loved them. I got some foster kids that are grown and made me proud. And, you know, I just love on everybody. Just love, love, love. So nevertheless, thank you for going through this journey with me. I'm just recently went through some stuff that I'll share in the next video, because this video I rambled just to introduce who I am, and the next video I will tell you why, and I will do those videos, that video back to back today. So see ya. Bye. Call my sister.